How many different departments are there? And it just never ends. I didn't realize how big the business was. As I said, I'm sort of working cross-departmentally, and the other week I was like, oh, I realized I've not worked with supply chain yet. So I dropped someone a line, had a meeting with him, and he's like, oh yeah, I work on this bit of supply chain. I'm like, how many different departments are there? And it just never ends. It hasn't felt overwhelming. And when you think about the challenges of retail across the entire country, you'd have to have a big team.
We have a lot of focus on customer experience, like even when they're not in the stores. So like for some of the website, I think we have a great design for the customer journey. I think it's just not a physical retailer, also an online retailer.
So actually going into the warehouse and seeing how things operate, that was quite an eye-opener, especially because we go into stores and we just look at things on the surface, and then you go and see how those things are brought into stores. So it was really interesting.
I think it was the speed at which I was organizing these meetings by myself and just dropping someone a line on Teams to be like, hey, you'd be free, sometime this week. But it never felt like I was sort of pushed off the cliff before I that's a terrible metaphor. It never felt like I was thrown in the deep end.
I have a bi-weekly call with the head of finance. I need to provide updates to the head of finance. It was quite scary in the beginning. So after 2 or 3 times, I sort of getting used to it. But yeah, the first time was quite scary, and I was like, oh, I'm glad and I am presenting to the head of finance.
When Sri first gave me a task that I had to do, it did require having a lot of access to sensitive information and things like that. So the fact that she trusted me to be able to manage it and not mess things up was probably one of the examples.